Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. Benny, for giving me a chance to presenting my portfolio here. It's been a pleasure to visit in your company. So here I will present to you about myself first, and then my projects, my activities, and also my certificates. And here is a brief introduction about me. I was born in Cirebon in 2007, and I live in Surabaya now. So my expertise is in backend development, but I'm also can develop some front-end projects too. Also, I've learned about mobile development, which is Android development using Kotlin, the programming language. And also now I'm currently learning about Node.js, also Express.js and React. Also, beside that, in mobile development, I also learn about Dart for Flutter now. And here you can see that technologies that I've used recently. From front end, I've used HTML, CSS, of course, and also Tailwind CSS for the framework of CSS. I also use JavaScript, and I've tried SAS 2 and also Bootstrap. I'm also familiar about the libraries that exist in Tailwind or Bootstrap's environment, like Flowby, Daisy UI, etc. In backend development, I've learned pretty much a lot. Here, I've learned about PHP native. I've developed a lot of project, not a lot, a bit of project about it too, with it too. I'm also using MySQL for database, Laravel for PHP framework, and SQLite for database too. Node.js for JavaScript runtime in backend. Also Happy.js using Node, of course. And then Express.js and MongoDB. And for mobile, currently I just use Kotlin. But Dart and Flutter, I will develop it in the future. So we move to my project now. Here is my projects that I've developed. The first one is IDN IT Fest website. IDN IT Fest is a yearly competition that held by our school here, IDN Boarding School in Jonggol, and I've been selected to develop the competition profile here in a website. It's actually a static website, and I've developed it with my other friends too, which is Noval out of Budiman here. We both develop it using HTML, CSS, and also Tailwind, and using GitHub too for the version control and collaboration. Here we have Yuk Sehat. It's a static healthcare platform. We develop it using HTML, CSS, and Tailwind CSS. And in Yuk Sehat here, I've collaborated with two other students in design class, and it's been a great collaboration with them. It's been a long time too, and they're pretty satisfied about the output here. Also, Dobi. Dobi is actually a concept about some kind of animal shelter things, and it's actually just a read, update, and delete website using Laravel, Tailwind, and MySQL. It's database integrated using MySQL. It also have authorization, middleware, and a pretty neat layout, interface, and responsive layout. And here we got Check Ongkir. Check Ongkir is a project that I've developed last year. It's about checking your shipping payment using API that's provided online. So we get the API and the user can check the shipping payment shipping payment by their destination and their current live house. And it's using Bootstrap, Laravel UI, MySQL, and JavaScript, HTML, CSS. And we got real-time chat. Real-time chat is a real-time chat platform, just like WhatsApp, if you know it. And we develop it using Laravel, SQLite, SAS, HTML, and JavaScript. And in this website, real-time chat, we also use Livewire for the Laravel development to make it real-time. And also reviews API. So this is the API that I've made using Laravel and MySQL. It has authentication, login, logout, and register. It also have kind of payment simulation, not a payment gateway, but actually working the same, but it's not a real payment, so it's just a simulation. It also have get, create, update, and delete function. And Portal Berita API. So this is a RESTful API. It also have authentication, and the databases that exist in this website is relational. So it's a bit more complex than the other websites that I've developed, because the backend development, the tables that are in the database is relational, so it's a bit complex. Here is Bookshelf API. It's also a RESTful API with error handling and query renders. It also have a testing unit, so it will output some kind of validation if your API got wrong, or maybe something in development gone wrong. It will print out the error message where you do something wrong or if you do something good. So it will be useful for the developers and the experience of the developers that make the API. I made it using Node.js and Happy.js. And the next one is Contact App. It's a create, update, and delete app with validation input. I made it using Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. And I made this website. The database is in cloud, so I made it using Atlas MongoDB. And we move on to books. I've made a lot of books too. Not a lot, just two. The first one is Laravel book. The title is PHP Artisan Serve. This is about Laravel actually, and it's a guide from beginner to intermediate. And in this book, it also contains a project, which is the Doppy that I've presented last time. And it will guide you to learn about Laravel from beginner to make your own website, make your own project with Laravel too. Also, Android. I made this book too. It's a book about Kotlin and Android. So in this book, I explain about careers of Android developers. Also explain about Kotlin's fundamentals and intermediates and etc. And we move on to activities. So here's my activities recently. I've joined to international collaborative program in IDN boarding school, and I went to KV Shanghai, Malaysia. was selected to be a trainer there, and we taught them PHP, JavaScript, and Bootstrap in 7 days, and also 3 projects implementations with these technologies. And we don't just teaching them there, we also made some fun games with them, also connecting with them, and also we made a podcast with them. It's the podcast that we made with the selected students of KV Shah Alam. It's been a great podcast there, and we shared our experience, we shared our thoughts, and our goals in the future. There's also a link, if you want to watch it, just watch it right away. Also, being a trainer at Training Guru and Umum 2023, it's a yearly event too, organized by IDN Boarding School here, and I taught about PHP OOP and also Laravel. So in 7 days, I taught 7 students, which all was teachers and company workers, and they also made an output, which is a project that we organized, and we guide them to make a project too. And then I've been a trainer at SMA Muhammadiyah PK Solo. I've been there and taught them about HTML, CSS in 3 classes for 3 days. And for each class, there were 30 students. And also, that day, there will be a portfolio project implementation, so it's great. Also, being a trainer at IDN IT Camp 2022, I teach about PHP OOP and Laravel framework for 7 days. The students here are 0 experience students, which will be new students or 10 graders in IDN boarding school too. And many 10 graders here is one of the students in my class. Also trained at Al-Andalus International School for 3 times, and I taught them about HTML, CSS fundamentals, and also project implementations, and many more. They're just teaching experiences, and outside teaching, I also have a lot of experiences like seminars. We go to Google HQ in Keras Community Day event organized by GDG Bogor. We go there and we watch the seminar. We also attend Droid Jam 2022 and DevFest 2022 and 2023. And this is my certificates. Most of the certificates are from courses. This is HTML and CSS. This is about backend for beginner. This is Data 101, JavaScript, AWS Cloud Practitioner, and also certificate in my competition last time with my two friends. We got the 2nd place at the competition. It's about computational thinking. We were struggling actually, but it's been great. The output was the 2nd place. We have to convert the binary to octane to decimal. It's struggle. I also got a TOEIC certification with 920 total score and 495 listening score, which is perfect, and 425 score in reading. And that's all. You can access my CV right away just to scan this barcode. And thank you for listening, everyone. I'm sorry if I had a mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.